Hello and welcome back to Dread Delusion. And we have a decision to make. Basically, we can try to reprogram the king here or destroy him entirely, and I'm leaning towards destroying him entirely. I've got two punch cards with programs on them. Let's see if we can get another audience. Oh yeah, the giant teapot. Afra mentioned that. Where's the teapot? Is that something I can see? Oh yeah, it's right there. A lot of weird stuff going on here. Is that? Yeah, that's the lift. Okay. We're gonna take that up to the king. And see if we can end this. Hi. Can I talk to you from down here? No? Alright, I gotta go up here. The machine shrieks like a million condemned souls as the feeling of pressure mounts in your body once more. Then your cranial moderator clicks into action. Suddenly, the noise becomes an intelligible chorus, incoming messages, outgoing commands, distant outposts requesting connections, or announcing faults. There are so many faults. You're standing in the brain of this awful machine, and it's bleeding to death. Rejoice and exult. The invocation is cast. All hail its majesty. Machinus Rex, the Clockwork King. Yeah, Clockwork King, all hail, whatever. Welcome back, subject. Thou mayest rise. What hast thou completed? Hast thou completed the sacramental duty? I still don't know what the sacramental duty was. Lie? Sure, I'll lie. It's done, your majesty. Pondering judgment. The duty remains unfulfilled. Then why did you ask me if you could just check yourself? Dost thou require instruction as to thy task? Yes. Please explain the duty again. Now maybe we can understand it. The sacramental duty is as follows. This time, you find you can understand the dense lines of six-fold cipher. Ingredients: teapot, large. 4 pints fresh goblins of milk. 1 cup salted water, half a teaspoon. 61 million gallons of fresh water, 652,000 tons of venin tea, 30,000 tons of unsweetened sugar, 2 pints teapot, 2 pounds crinkled honey, 4 pints custard sog, half pint ambergris, smooth meat, 3 pounds jattermoss powder, teapot. Instructions: fill kettle with fresh water and boil. Okay. That's a lot of water to boil. I guess that's what the giant teapot is for. Measure out 4 pints of milk. Salt, place tea strainer in teapot and tea leaves in strainer. Steep for 15 years. Brush with sear fruit mixture and bake until Stir in moss powder, ambergris, and sugar to smell. Then pour in the boiling water. X. So we're going from step 5 to step X. The heat will rise rapidly and the water will bubble up so violently that your cup may even shatter. Oh, okay, that's a little note. Okay, step 6, stir in milk, then pour into dregs. 19, to avoid heavy metals contamination, cut crosswise with sog. 471, serve hot. 6, enjoy your tea. For more fine tip recipes, please cut off a coupon and send to Mrs. J.M. Gorky, 778, Tarbrickwad, Colossal Town, Flug Oblast, CWK. You want me to make a pot of tea? Judgment, correct. This is the sacramental duty on which depends the safety of this kingdom and all subsidiary imperatives. How can the kingdom's safety depend on a pot of tea? Judgment. In the 29 years of our glorious reign, we have observed one ceremony that most reliably foretells happiness, calm, comfort, comedy, and the proper observance of duties. Oh no. The ceremony precedes our coincidences with every deal struck, every counsel given, every declaration of love and fulfillment of quotas. So tea's a big thing, so this king thought brewing a gigantic pot of tea would solve all the problems? This is the sacramental duty. As it is written, so it must be. But this isn't even how you make tea. Yeah, some of the steps are very strange. They don't seem to fit. Incorrect. We have studied more than something iterations of this ceremony across the kingdom. The sacramental duty is the optimal, weighted equilibrium of all subjects' desires. Tea solves all problems. This is the sacramental duty. As it is written, so it must be. This has to be a joke. Judgment, incorrect. This is not a joke. In sixfold, there are 10 kinds of people in the Oneiric Isles. 0. Those who know sixfold. Okay, you know it's... you know this is a computer when they start counting as 0. 1. Those who know not sixfold. 2. Those who know sixfold excellently. 3. Those who know sixfold but poorly. 4. Those who know those who know not that they know sixfold. 5. Those who know not that they know not sixfold. 10. Those whose knowledge of sixfold is unknown to us at this time. Okay. Are we counting in base 6? Because you went from 5 to 10. Right. Did you come up with that yourself? Judgment, incorrect. This joke is the optimal weighted equilibrium of all jokes submitted by the Guild of Machinists under Codex Royal Project something Jester. Yes, it was very funny. This is the sacramental duty. As it is written, so it must be. Your Majesty, we must discuss more urgent matters. Pondering. Augury, unlikely. 91% confidence. What could be more important than the sacramental duty? Chief Interpreter Afra sent me. We got your message. Alas, cannot conjure verse, Your Majesty. No codex cited. You know, the message in the graveyard? Or hum the tune from the graveyard. We'll try to hum the tune. Pondering. Alas, cannot ponder entity. A pipe organ somewhere in the tower sounds the tune. For further enlightenment, please contemplate Codex Royal Project Horoscope. Weren't you trying to reach out to us? Tell us the problem. Alas, cannot divine entity, the problem. For further enlightenment, please contemplate Codex Royal Project something Horoscope. I know about Project Horoscope. Why is that relevant? Pondering. Alas, cannot summon Codex. Record of fault in sixfold. Codex cannot sanction... Oh, Codex not sanctioned for this incarnation. Invoking tertiary incarnation. Abruptly, the machine screams out as gears grind to a halt. Pause and then restart. Did you clone yourself 2? Is that part of Project Horoscope? Invocation Triumphant. Tertiary Incarnation 12 is now manifest. All formalities are hereby suspended. Report. This incarnation was last invoked 7 years, 2 months, and 16 days ago. Tertiary nucleus and supporting codices remain intact. No evidence of tampering. Who or what am I talking to right now? Judgment. This incarnation was begot by secondary incarnation 4 in the 13th year of the 0th century, with the purpose of preventing perils unforeseen by the primary incarnation. The purpose of preventing perils unforeseen by the primary incarnation. Okay. Augury. At the present time, this incarnation remains unknown to our primary incarnation. 96% confidence. So there are multiple personalities in this Clockwork King AI program, whatever you want to call it. What kind of peril are you meant to stop? Axiom. All systems fail. Axiom. Our Majesty is a system. Augury. Catastrophic faults are the most often unforeseen by the system itself. 74% confidence. So in case the primary system fails, it's just like a backup. Therefore, judgment. Our primary incarnation will not foresee the thing that kills it. As a corollary, judgment. Our primary incarnation is the greatest peril to this kingdom. How did Project Horoscope help your purpose? Augury. This incarnation's purpose depends on complete independence from the primary incarnation. 86% confidence. Augury. This incarnation cannot achieve complete independence. 99% confidence. Okay. So your purpose depends on complete independence, but that can't be achieved. You're interlinked. Therefore, edict. This incarnation covertly modified Project Horoscope parameters to give altered subjects a range of qualities most likely to ensure that faults not foreseeable by our primary incarnation would be foreseen by at least one subject. I see. Okay, so you basically created a whole bunch of these clones using trying to I don't know what method they use to create these clones. Like, Project Horoscope created these clones with some kind of magic, sixfold cipher magic, and I don't know what they were aiming for exactly. Like, how would they know when they successfully created a clone that would be able to detect these faults? I guess if they created a clone and they showed they were very adept at programming and whatever, critical thinking, I guess, logical thinking, then they would consider that a success. Like, this Asfer person seems pretty smart. So maybe Asfer is right. Maybe Asfer successfully detected a fault, and this program change she gave me will work. Okay. Are you saying you created Chief Interpreter Afra to fix yourself? Yeah, that's what it seems like. Alas, cannot ponder query, since Project Horoscope requires complete independence from all incarnations. We are forbidden to divine or further influence its outcomes. Yeah, they can't tell me. But it seems like that's what the purpose is. Did you send that secret message, or was it already in her head? Alice cannot ponder query. You made Aphra who she is, which led her to write that spell. Alice cannot ponder query, since Project Horoscope requires complete independence. Yeah, I get it. Alice cannot divine object. It. Okay, I'm done. Let me speak to the king again. Invoking primary incarnation, rejoice and exult. The invocation is cast. All hail its majesty, Machinus Rex. The Clockwork King. Speak quickly, the sooner to devote thyself to sacramental duty. Last time you mentioned my purpose. What did you mean? The purpose is to perform the sacramental duty. Right, but before that, what was my purpose? Conjuring, the king begins writing in sixfold. Thy former purpose was to apprehend Vela Kalus of the Dark Star Company on behalf of the Apostatic Union. As an Inquisition agent, we divined that thy secondary purpose may have been to sabotage the Clockwork Kingdom. Since Kalus intends to uproot the foundations of reality itself, we also divined that the outcome of thy purpose may have altered the nature of time, space, and destiny, and thereby imperil this kingdom. What do you mean, uproot reality? Augury. Vela Kalus intends to seize the power of the ancient Emberians to directly alter the cipher sentence that defines reality. 84% confidence. Edict, this is anathema unless under our direction. Anathema. But I'm still seeking Vela. She's still dangerous. Incorrect. We have dispatched another loyal servant to find Kalus and request that she submit to our majesty. Therefore, Edict, thy purpose is to perform the sacramental duty. Great, thanks. That clears everything up. Alright, well, we can give them a program. So they... I don't know. Now I'm kind of rethinking my decision here of destroying it outright. So this Project Horoscope was created basically to detect possible faults in the system and fix them. And Aphra gave me a fix. It might work. I still don't like the idea of having a mechanical robot ruling over a city, but yeah, I mean, who's to say that the next fault will be detected? I mean, you can't have 100% confidence. And hell, if I wasn't here, this plan of Aphra's may not have ever worked. So yeah, these faults can be detected, but getting them fixed is another matter. Someone's gonna have to find their way up here, upload the program to the king. Alright. Pondering, we have not requested a new spell, therefore we demand, on whose authority comest thou here? It's necessary for the sacramental duty. Pondering. Judgment, the sacramental duty is of paramount gravity, therefore Edict, thou shalt insert the spell into our petition port. An ivory cover swings upward, revealing 2 vertical slots of different sizes. Very trusting. Oh man. Reform the king or kill the king. I think reform the king would be a good good in the short term. All this nonsense will stop. These memory problems, people will be getting the goods that they're asking for in those little pneumatic tubes. The correct stuff. The king will stop creating random pianos and telephones. But in the long term, this is all gonna happen again. I'm gonna kill the king. I'm doing it. You slide the punch card easily into the larger slot. Halfway in, it meets resistance and is sucked inside. A saying spell. Enacting the spell will alter our Majesty's cipher nucleus, and the consequences cannot be divined. Wilt thou commit? Enact Reza's spell. Commit. There is a burr of rapid clicking, then a series of deep clunks echoes through the whole tower. Above your head, a cacophony of bells rings out, like a call to worship across the whole city. Rejoice and exult, the spell is enacted. As it is written, so it shall be, in the name of its Majesty Machinus Rex, the Clockwork King. Subject, something something, thou carriest a second spell, augury. Conflicting spells may be causing cascade reality exceptions. 65% confidence, therefore edict. Thou shalt insert this heretical spell into our petition port for controlled annihilation. At this point, I don't see that this decision makes any difference. I'm not giving you anything. It's mine. Judgment incorrect. Sharp, sweet lightning dances across your body as the other punch card flies out of your pack and into the king's petition port. Well, there goes that idea. After spell is sucked away into the guts of the Clockwork King, and with it her hopes of a world where magic serves all. Now, subject something something, the sacramental duty. Above the bells, you can hear angry shouting from outside the chamber. You realize the scrolling parchment contains a record of your acts. Oh, it's printing out a record of my axe? Slice it with my blade, or tear it with your hands. If I tear it out, will I lose a finger? Tear it out. Alas, parchment feed fault. The king's writing arm stabs at your hands as you pull the last few yards of parchment out and stuff them into a gap in the gears, down into the depths of the machine. Okay, so I pulled it out. Pulled the whole thing out rather than chopping it in half. New parchment continues to spill out onto the floor while the arm scrawls desperately. Edict. To disturb the parchment is anathema. Anathema. Edict. To disturb the parchment is anathema. Edict. Yeah. Okay. He doesn't like that. It's stuck in a loop. Did I break it? Hi there. I didn't do anything. See if I can sneak around this guy. Nope. What have you done? Above you, the king's bells continue ringing. Smile sweetly. I don't know what you're talking about. Sonal eyes you with a barely suppressed fury. The only reason you are not in manacles is because its majesty wishes you unmolested. Rest assured, any foolish attempt at tampering will be discovered and reversed. I doubt it. Sonal, go and fuck yourself. For a moment he is stunned, mouth hanging slightly open. Yeah, that's right. I said the F word. By the time he regains his composure, You're already walking away, and his shouted retort is drowned out by the din of bells. Adios. Hiya. Alright, you don't have anything new to say? An interpreter. Can I talk to you again? I told him to go fuck himself again. Alright, these guys are not at all perturbed about what I've just done. Except that Sonal guy. Okay. Madness of the King. Afra will want to know what happened. She's waiting for you in the park in Ferropolis after nightfall. Why always after nightfall? Now I gotta go take a nap. Hiya, are you getting the proper... Well, no, you won't be getting anything from the king here now. I think. Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. A lot of this, the city pretty much relied on the magic to get its food and all that. Well, actually, I guess the snow will stop, so that means they can farm again. Maybe. Let me buy a room. Rent a room. Alright, let's see what Afra has to say. I'm sorry, Afra. She gonna be pissed. Hey, it's a phone booth. It's all broken up. Not there. Hi, Afra. You find Afra humming to herself. It's a haunting tune, somehow familiar and ethereal all at once. Like a lullaby from time's own beginning. At the sight of you, hope and anxiety blossom on her face. Is it done? I heard the bells. It's done. I inserted your punch card. Success. I charmed her. For a moment you think she'll see through your lie, but she really wants to believe you, and so she does. You really did it. We did it. Oh gods, this is real. She closes her eyes to take a long deep breath, then exhales. Well now, I promised a reward, didn't I? You can keep my Machinist Guild insignia. Sweet. I'll pretend I lost it, and please take this too. I suspect you can find a use for it. What happens now? We're still here, which means I wrote the spell correctly. The vanishing should stop immediately. And some memories of the vanished will return over time. Within a few months, my other reforms will take effect. I expect there may be a commotion once people realize how much has been stolen from them. And without the power to erase their critics, my colleagues will struggle to suppress it. So perhaps we will have a new speaker, or a new guild, or something entirely different. Who knows? The future is open again. Glad I could help. Farewell, Afra. Are they not going to realize the king is broken? Yeah, they probably won't realize it for a little while. But eventually they will. Thank you again, friend. I can't tell you. Afra blinks, then looks up at the sky. Well, fancy that. Do you see it? The snow. Hey, the snow has stopped falling. Afra smiles like she's recalling a cherished memory. Yes, our long winter is finally ending. Yeah, so that's a good thing. That'll help. Now they can farm and they don't have to rely on cipher magic so much to feed themselves. Well, right now she doesn't know that I put in the other... program, but eventually she might figure it out. What do I do with these docks? I still don't know how to buy my own ship. Is that a thing, or are those docks there just to taunt me? Patrolling me. What about that teapot? Is it gone? I think the teapot's gone. Alright, well, that does it for the King's Madness. Wow, what a story. The king is up there in an endless loop. Eventually they'll learn that the king has become completely useless. And they'll have to figure things out on their own. Maybe elect a king, like a real human person king. Now, I gotta do this Sky Pirate Caxton Frost quest. And to do that, I gotta find Horace Metcalf out in the countryside. Which could mean anywhere, really. There is one spot I haven't been to, and that's over here. Royal Vision Works. Yeah, I've been there. Yeah, up there. That's the only spot I haven't been. So, that's where we're gonna go next time. Maybe Caxton Frost will be there. But, yeah, that whole Madness of the King thing was an interesting quest, interesting story. A lot of twists and turns with the Project Horoscope. We found out why, what the purpose, the ultimate purpose of Project Horoscope was. Yeah, so early on we kind of found out that it looked like the king was trying to create like perfect clones of these people, like 6 people, 6. Yeah, there were 6 people. We only know of one of them. Afra. But we didn't know why they were being created, but yeah, specifically to detect faults with the king and find ways to fix them. Interesting. Well, yeah, we'll continue with the main quest next time. Caxton Frost. We'll find him somewhere out there. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.